Let's rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. At this time, our clerk will swear in the councilors.
Hi, would our Denise and the other re-elected councilors please come down? We'll swear in Councilor Olson at the next meeting. He's participating in this meeting via telephone, but he has signed his oath, so he is officially considered a councilor at this time. I'll have you raise your right hand. Do you, 3rd District Councilor Warren Bender, 5th District Councilor Denise McDonald, 7th District Councilor Bob Finsland, and 9th District Councilor Mackenzie, having been elected as a member of the Common Council in the City of Superior in Douglas County, affirm that you will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Wisconsin, and will faithfully discharge the duties of as a said member of the Common Council to the best of your ability. So help you God.
I have one commendation. It's always a privilege to honor citizens that go above and beyond the call of duty, and John Winter is no stranger. Come on up, John. You're no stranger to all of us in this room. You've been very involved in our community. You've been involved in many civic projects. You've been everywhere, and so anybody who's been around a bit has run into you. But we want to give you a special appreciation for your efforts for the Google Twin Ports campaign. And John, your commitment in this project shows real pride in the City of Superior, so thank you very much.
Thank you.
The roll call.
Okay. Councilor Olson.
Here.
Councilor Bridge.
Here.
Councilor Bender.
Here.
Councilor Martzik. Councilor McDonald.
Here.
Councilor Hendry.
Here.
Councilor Finsland.
Here.
Councilor Herrick.
Here.
Councilor McKenzie.
Here.
And Councilor Dalbeck. 10 present.
We have first order of official business is the selection of the council president. I'll take nominations.
Bob Finsland, Council President.
We have a motion to nominate Bob Finsland.
Second.
Okay, and a second by, go slow here, second by Mr. Hendry.
I'd like to nominate Warren Bender for Council President.
Okay, Warren Bender, nominated by Mr. McKenzie. Do we have a second?
A motion.
Who is the seconder?
I think that was Dan.
Sounds like Olson.
Mr. Olson? Okay, second by Mr. Olson. Do we have any more nominations? Okay, the nominations are closed. We have nominated for Council President Warren Bender and Bob Finsland.
Last year, we invited the candidates for council president to speak to their fellow members of the governing body for a minute. If the council likes that protocol, we could turn each of the two candidates for president loose on you with whatever comments they might have. I'll do my best to track them and cut them off in a minute. And I don't have any particular protocol for who should go first. If we can't arrive at that informally, I can. Beg your pardon?
First district first. First district first.
Dan's not a...
Yeah.
Oh, the nominees. Yes. Mr. Bender.
Okay, I'll check
check my watch right now. Actually, this will be short and to the point. I would be very honored if I were made council president. I have a vast background of experience in leading meetings and doing that sort of thing. So if that's the council's will, I will serve. Thank you.
Mr. Fenzland?
Yeah, I appreciate the support I've had in the past for being on this council and the support from the individual members, and I would very much like to serve as council president for this next year, and I'm sure that my experience will be valuable to help make proper committee selections and with cooperation whoever becomes the council vice president. I very much appreciate the support. Thank you.
We shall have a roll call vote.
Counselor Olson.
Bender.
Counselor Bridge. Counselor Bender. Counselor Mertzick.
Bender.
Counselor McDonald. Counselor Hendry. Counselor Fenzland. Counselor Herrick. Counselor McKenzie.
Bender.
Counselor Dahlbeck.
Obviously, unless I miscounted, we are in a 5-5 tie. Can you confirm that, Ms. Kalan?
Yes.
In which case, the mayor can break the tie. He need not do so. He's not mandated to do so, but he can do so if he wants to at this time.
Having a great idea that this was going to be a deadlock council, 5-5, I thought long and hard about this. It has been my policy in the past not to involve myself in electing your leadership. But in talking to counselors and getting a feel, I think we'll be deadlocked for a long time. I don't think we can resolve this by going through another voting process. I believe the council is evenly split, and seeing that we are statutorily under obligation to choose a president in this meeting on this night, I am going to cast a vote to break your tie, and I will be casting the vote for Councilor Fenzland.
The next selection would be for council vice president, and you do have a letter in front of you tonight from Councilor Olson saying he would accept the nomination if nominated.
Do we have a second by Mr. Bender? Do we have another nominee for vice?
I nominate Tom Bridge.
Okay, Mr. Bridge, nominated by and seconded by Mr. Henry. Thank you. Did we have a second for Mr. Olson? We have Mr. Bender.
I'll second that.
Okay, Mr. McKenzie. Okay. We will have a roll call vote.
Okay, Councilor Olson.
Olson.
Councilor Bridge. Councilor Bender.
Olson.
Councilor Mertzick.
Olson.
Councilor McDonald. Councilor Hendry. Councilor Fenzland. Councilor Herrick. Councilor McKenzie. Councilor Dahlbeck. It's a 5-5 tie.
Obviously, the same results as with your two candidates for president, a 5-5 deadlock, and Mayor Ross, you know the routine. You may, but are not obligated to break the tie.
In this case, again, I anticipated a tie in the vice presidential race here for the city council, and I failed to say that really the deciding factor is number of years on the council, seniority. And again, because of seniority, I am going to cast my vote for Mr. Bridge. Only doing so because I do not believe that multiple ballots will change the minds of the councilors. I believe we are deadlocked, and seeing we are under obligation to elect leadership tonight, my my vote is for Mr. Bridge due to the seniority and years of service, and the same was for Mr. Finzen.
The fourth item is the approval of the minutes from April 4th.
Discussion, Mr. McKenzie.
I think Tom Bridge wanted to cut cards.
He's the last one should want to do that. Tween knocks out a 3 anytime.
Anyways, I'd like to welcome the new leadership. I have faith and trust in all 10 who serve this council, and I believe we have had a very fair and productive relationship, and regardless of how this election turns out and the decision that I've been forced to make, I trust we'll continue to have a productive relationship as we move forward on the benefits of the citizens of this city. Thank you.
Item 4 is the approval of the minutes of April 7th.
Motion by Councilor Dahlbeck, second by Councilor Bender for the approval of the minutes. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say no. Minutes, what's that? Aye? Okay, minutes are approved.
Item 6 is the consent agenda.
Motion by Councilor Finzen, second by Councilor Dahlbeck for the consent agenda. Is there any items you'd like pulled for later discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say no. Consent agenda is passed.
Item 7.1 is Finance Director Vito is submitting a draft pre-sale report for the proposed issuance of debt for the landfill refinancing.
Motion by Councilor Dahlbeck, seconded by
Tom.
Mr. Bridge. Any discussion? Seeing none, oh, excuse me, Mr. McKenzie.
Thank you. Yeah, I know, I guess I got a question for Jeff and Jeff, or Jeff or Jeff.
Jeff's word.
I understand the revenue that's created with this enterprise fund that we get with this contract with WLSSD. I think what I'm worried about, or what some people are worried about, is are we shortening the life of the landfill for ourselves? And in doing so, of course, we have to borrow this money with these bonds, and maybe have to do this a little bit sooner than what we'd like. I wonder if maybe one of you could explain this. I have a basic idea. I've talked with Gene Vito. I've talked with Jeff Getzman a little bit, but I think for people who don't understand this at home, if you could maybe kind of give a little bit of a description of what this is all about.
Where to start?
At the beginning, Jeff.
I think the biggest thing to remember about this is the goal all throughout our operating the enterprise fund at the landfill has been to keep waste rates low for our local taxpayers. And if you compare what it costs the local taxpayer out of their tax payment for service of getting their garbage picked up and disposed of compared to what they pay across the Bay, where it's been privatized and the city has gotten out of it, there's no comparison. We're probably 20% of the cost of what it is over there. The life of the landfill, life is measured by the amount of volume that goes into the landfill. And the volume is determined based on the permit that you get from the Wisconsin DNR on how much you anticipate coming into your landfill. When we got our permit for our last cell, it was based on anticipating the volumes that will be coming in under the contract we currently have with WLSSD. If we didn't have that contract, they would reduce the size. So it's a relative thing. It depends on the volume. The reality is, if we don't have a contract with an outside source to offset some of our general operating costs, we can't afford to be in the landfill business for just city waste. The overhead is just too expensive. with the monitoring costs, all of the regulatory issues. So that's why we got into this, is because we can spread that out and bring other revenue in to help offset that. I believe with this expansion, we're still looking at a good 15 years of life at that landfill. And somewhere throughout the next several years, we'll start a process of trying to site our next landfill next to the existing landfill. I hope that answers your question, but if there's anything more specific, I would attempt to answer that for you.
No, that's great, Jeff, and I think all the people that, really are really unsure about this, we really appreciate it. I think the big concern, too, is the life of that landfill. It's like, what do we do? We're taking other people's garbage and we're filling our landfill up this much sooner, so what do we do? Is it going to be a situation like in New York where you put it on a barge and it just keeps going up and down the river, no one wants it, what do we do with our trash? So, it's going to be a big problem. Right now, it's not, but...
The one thing we're fortunate that we have is a lot of space here. We're not cramped for area, and we own probably 75% more property out there than we actually use, because we wanted to create buffers and we wanted to make sure we didn't have those type of issues. But again, it's also heavily regulated that what you get permitted for is based on your past performance and what you anticipate your volumes coming in. So
Right.
It's, when you have to operate lift stations and all of these added things to treat it, you need to have that economy of scale.
Yeah, right. Thanks a lot.
You bet.
Thank you. Seeing no more discussion, Mr. Bender?
Yes, I had one more discussion item. I was sure that when I read over this, it said, "No council action is requested April 20th."
That's correct.
That's on the second page of 7-1. Recommendation, no council action is requested on April 20th,
Okay.
and that this will come up at the May 4th meeting?
Mayor?
Okay, Jane?
Yeah, I can explain that.
Okay.
That's a good observation. This is, actually tonight is more just an informational for the council that this will be coming forward on May 4th. We didn't get the draft pre-sale report until, I think it was the middle of last week, and so I know the council doesn't like when we just put things on your desk the night of the meeting, so this way you can, take the information back, and if you come up with any more questions over the next couple of weeks,
Good.
by all means, just let us know, and then we'll be looking for the more formal approval to move forward with this on May 4th. So you could even receive and file this tonight.
Okay.
Thank you.
So would the person who moved be willing to receive and change their motion to say receive and file?
Mr. Bender, I was going to instruct him to do
Okay,
that,
just
yes.
wanted to make sure. Don't want to take away your job.
Okay, is that fine with Esther and Tom? Thank you. We have a motion to receive and file. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Receive and file.
Item 8.1, Mayor Ross is reappointing Charlene Thompson to the Mayor's Commission on Disabilities and reappointing Gerald Olson and Betty Ranko to the Parks and Recreation Commission.
I'll just pick two.
Unanimous.
Counselor Kinzen, Counselor Dahlbeck. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. 8.1 passes.
8.2, Mayor Ross is recommending naming the new airport terminal the William E. Amorde Terminal.
Motion by Counselor Dahlbeck, second by Counselor McKenzie. Any discussion? Mr. McKenzie.
I hope I'm saying the name right, but I don't know William Amorde. Obviously I don't know him, but after reading these...
He works for you, Mr. McKenzie. He does.
I don't know him personally. Thank you. But anyways, after reading these letters of support, especially from people like Toby Markovich and a few of the others, I can't think of anybody else that I would recommend naming this airport after, so my pleasure to vote yes on this.
Yes, Mr. Herrick.
I just wanted to say that, just remind people that we're naming the terminal after him and not the airport. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
That's correct, yes. Yeah, we're not going to take away the name Bong. Yes, good point. Thank you, Mr. Herrick. Any other comments? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say no. Okay, thank you. 8.2 passes.
Item 10.1 is a resolution setting a public hearing June 1st to amend the 2010 Community Development Block Grant Action Plan.
Motion by Councilor Dahlbeck, seconded by Councilor Bender, I believe. Seeing no discussion, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say no. 10.1 passes.
Item 11.1 is an ordinance introduced by the Public Works Department amending the traffic code by adding a disabled parking zone to 1005 Baxter Avenue.
Motion by Councilor Dahlbeck, seconded by Mr. Bender. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say no. 11.1 passes. Do we have anybody signed up? We have no one signed up for business by public. I'll entertain adjournment. Okay, motion by Mr. Bender. Second by Mr. Dahlbeck. Fine. Thank you.